Watch as I test the Echo Show 8 third generation because it definitely sounds and works better than before than the Echo Show 8 second generation. I also test all the new features like adaptive content. I let you listen to recorded audio samples of both Echo Show 8 second and third generations, and I'm going to let you watch and hear how the call quality has improved or hasn't improved. So there's a big difference between the third generation and the second generation in terms of the size and the shape of the speaker bump. Here it's going to be a little bit more bulbous versus on this version, which on the second generation, which had more of a straight edge. So you can see that side by side view, more bulbous, deeper. This goes straight down. If I place the third generation Echo Show 8 in front of the second generation, there's extra screen here, so you can see that the slope is definitely different. So I want to see how the audio sounds, so I'm talking directly to my Echo Show 8 and it's going to record it in my phone. And then I'll let you hear exactly what it sounds like. And then we're going to compare this similar audio to the audio that you would get on the second generation Echo Show 8 as well.
So here I am testing the microphone on our Echo Show 8. Third generation, this is what it sounds like if the microphone is on 95% volume, nearly 100%. So in terms of the camera system, because it can follow you, having the flatter design is actually going to mean it does a better job. But this is what I sound like: 1, 2, 3, ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC. So if you're using your Echo Show 8 second generation, this is what it sounds like. This is what it looks like. Here I am. I'm well lit. Here I am in my bathroom with my towels hanging up no less, but you can see exactly what it looks, how it compares to the new third generation Echo Show 8.
After testing and comparing both of these Echo Shows against each other and trying out them on videos and photos, I can't notice any difference in the screen brightness or contrast between the two, and I don't really think there's even a big difference because if you put it on maximum brightness, they basically look the same. You'll notice that the third gen though is going to operate a little bit smoother because it's using the AZ2 neural network engine chip, and that's something shared with the Echo Show 5. The AZ2 biggest benefit is that all the processing to learn and recognize things like your face is done on the machine instead of having to send it to the cloud. And that means it can work faster, and it also means that it can use visual ID and visual voice better, so you can have more personalized customizations based on what the actual Echo is detecting instead of you having to do something or process or enter a command. A lot of the processes now happen internally, and we're really going to see the true benefit of this chip once Amazon releases more generative AI features like AI Alexa. And we can test some of these features by just doing a drop-in using our Alexa app. So I'm just going to drop in on our Echo Show 8 third generation using my iPhone 15 Pro Max. There's always going to be this little blurry privacy screen just so you don't drop in someone when they're not ready. And you can see how the tracking works. Even if you're far away, I'm like 10 feet away and it still tries to track me to my face. And that's the thing of this Echo Show 8. The tracking is better than the second generation.
Alexa, how do you say happy birthday in Spanish? So you have your notifications here and you can see everything that's happening, including if you have any returns. You have the option to use adaptive content. So adaptive content works like this. Thanks to computer vision, your home screen will change based on your proximity to the Echo Show 8. As I get closer, I'm getting articles, and as I get farther away, I'm getting simplified news headlines or the large clock. So again, you guys see the two? As I go farther away, it senses that I'm going away. So everything's gonna be bigger as you're farther away so you can read it easier. And as you get closer, everything's gonna scrunch up. You get more information on the screen. And then you have basically two tiles here. So what the 2x2-inch full-range neodymium drivers with passive bass radio allow the third generation audio to improve is especially in the bass. So you'll find that the third generation Echo Show 8 has improved bass, and the sound sounds much fuller with a larger soundstage. So if you want to get the full use out of your Echo Show 8, you're going to be wanting to use the Alexa app. And this is going to be the app. We want to pair our Spotify. So I want to go to music and more. So link your favorite music and podcast services. So here is where it's the easiest to link any of the services like Spotify. So I'm going to link my Spotify, enable to use. And now it is going to be linked to my Echo via the Alexa. And perfect. And the trick is, we want to make this, choose a default music service. You want to make your default music service into Spotify if you want to use Spotify. Because every time you ask it and you're always getting Amazon Music, is because by default, it is going to make Amazon Music the default music player. So even though they're both using the 13 megapixel camera with the built-in shutter, you will see that the third generation Echo Show 8 has a better picture, better color resolution, and the contrast is going to be clearer, especially if you're doing a video call. So camera tracking exists on the Echo Show 8 and the 5. It actually responds a little bit faster on the third generation than on the second generation, but still very, very easy to use, and it just moves a little bit smoother on the third generation here. So if you're dropping in, this is how it works. You can just drop in anywhere in your house, even outside your house. I can drop in my mom in Denver, Colorado right now because she's hooked up to my Alexa. So if you see these 5 dots up top, that is different on your third generation Echo Show 8. You have your music, so music is going to be built in. You have your calendar, so that there's some new widgets in terms of how this looks in the interface. You're going to have your top connections. If you want to call someone, you have your shopping bag or your shopping list inside for coffee, ketchup, ingredients, bread. You'll have your widget gallery. There's suddenly more widgets than before, but it's not going to be the same as if you were trying to get widgets on an Android or an iPhone. So we can go into Alexa Voice, and you have the option to go Indian, Canadian, British, Australian, American, and there's going to supposedly be more options coming for that.
I hear there are more chickens in England than there are people. Blimey.
The kiwi is the only bird in the world with nostrils on the tip of its beak.
I hear there are more chickens in England than there are people. Blimey.
There's an official league for rock, paper, scissors.
I may not speak all 22 Indian language. Moose, goose.
And the other thing you notice on the new Echo Show 8 is that it understands you and picks up your voice much better. I don't know why, or I don't know how. Maybe they updated the microphone, maybe it's just the new AI is better at listening, but I get a lot less false commands and it just does a better job listening to me. This is the stand, and you guys can see it right here. The stand can go down and up. It cannot go left and right. The cable is heavy duty. You have the USB-C charging port here. This is going to be using your existing Echo Show charger. You can see how it looks like with the stand. Just overall, it changes the experience because it's just a little bit more flexible to use around the house. The stand also lets you charge. So I have a pass-through charger right here, charging my iPhone. And voila, that is our Echo Show 8 on the stand. Another cool thing is that on your Echo Show 8, you can find it easily because now you can have map view inside of your app.
Before I give you my verdict, let's listen to what the Echo Show 8 3rd Gen and 2nd Gen sound like utilizing the music EQ controls.
To be honest, I don't know how many people are actually using the Alexa app as much as they should, but if you want to use this for basically, making sure your home is secure, making sure you have your recipes, and just using something that could be a video assistant while letting you watch TV, while letting you listen to music. And let's be honest here, the best feature is going to be that the audio performance has actually been greatly improved over the previous generation. It is a real difference. You will be able to hear the difference, and that's why for the price, I think the Echo Show 8 upgrade is definitely an upgrade. It didn't feel like an upgrade when we first heard about it, but after using it, even though the software is going to be pretty much the same, the screen is pretty much the same, well, the music and the experience is not the same, and that just means it works faster, you can get closer to it, it has some adaptive features, but honestly, it just makes your life easier. This is our Echo Show 8 3rd generation. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. We will get back to you. And please hit that like and subscribe button, because it really does help support our channel. And I'll see you soon. This is Dave with the French Glow, showcasing to your Echo Show 8 3rd generation. Bye, bye, bye.